Yo, what is up guys? It's your boy JELSON back at it with a brand new NBA video, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about the Minnesota Timberwolves and particularly Anthony Edwards and how he's really breaking out this year through 4 games. Obviously, it's the beginning of the season, and I'm allowed to overreact as a Timberwolves fan. Past couple years, we haven't had much to really freak out about because, it's the Timberwolves, but this year, I have just a feeling that this is our year to at least make the play-in, and I'm super excited. And we have too much talent to not make the play-in, and one of those pieces is Anthony Edwards. So we're going to talk about him in today's video, and I have a couple points to go over, so let's hop right into the video. So let's just start off with the basics of what are his stats through 4 games this season. He's been averaging 25 points per game, almost 8 rebounds per game, 3.5 assists per game, and 1 steal per game. Prior to the season, he said that he wanted to bring that assist total up, and same thing with the steals, averages up to about 2 steals. Hasn't been able to do that so far. But, we're fine with 1 steal. As long as he's putting himself in the better position and the best position to make a play, as we'll talk about later in this video, I'm fine with him only doing 1 steal and having 1 steal a game. And let's talk about those numbers comparatively to his rookie year last year, where pre-All-Star break last year, I'm pretty sure if you're a Timberwolves fan or anyone that follows the Timberwolves, you've had this pounded in your head year after year, even though it's been 1 year. You know what I mean, though? Like, video after video you watch on the Timberwolves. Yeah, pre-All-Star game, he only averaged about 15 points per game and 4 rebounds per game and 2.5 assists. That's not great, but it's solid for a rookie. But post-All-Star break, big credit to them hiring Chris Finch and what Chris Finch could do. He's averaged basically 24 points per game after that All-Star break last year, 3.5 rebounds and 5.5 rebounds and 3.5 assists per game, which is absolutely crazy. Look at those leaps though, from 15 to nearly 24 points per game, from 4 rebounds per game to nearly 6, I'm rounding up, and then you go from 2.5 assists per game to 3.5 assists per game. That's crazy. I love it so much, and a lot of that can be contributed to the hiring of Chris Finch. As I said earlier, he just has a better philosophy, and he's allowed Ant to really flourish in this scheme comparatively to what Ryan Saunders did. Ryan Saunders just looked like he really couldn't control or know what to do with a young player like Anthony Edwards. As respectfully, he's not the best coach, but things happen. We love Ryan Saunders as a person, but, Chris Finch had to come in, and he did a much better job. But that's it for talking about his stats. I want to talk about some other things that you can watch and just view when you watch the Timberwolves games. And to start off, it's just his vision, especially off of ball screen action and then sets where it's a dribble handoff. He has a lot better vision. There's some issues, same thing with Cat, where it's like, yeah, if you're taller and if you want to jump up to get a better passing lane and you end up getting an offensive foul, those are some things that you need to work on. This whole team needs to work on that, but I'm not too worried considering it's his only 2nd year. But his vision on ball screen and dribble handoffs, as I said, has improved massively. It's, a lot of people talk about basketball IQ and how much that means to the game, and that's something a lot of people had a gripe of Anthony Edwards for. His basketball IQ wasn't huge and it wasn't great, and he didn't have the best basketball IQ. But it's looking like right now, his basketball IQ is really getting up there. I wouldn't say quite elite levels, but it's definitely better than it was last year. And I'm super excited about that because that's going to be a huge piece for this team in the future if he can continue to improve on the passing side of things and his vision and everything. Because vision isn't only passing, it's finding lanes, dribbling to the right spots, getting open when you're off ball, stuff like that. His vision has just really improved, and I'm super excited to see that, and I'm super excited to see how much it can improve throughout his career with the Minnesota Timberwolves, hopefully a very long career. Another thing I wanted to go over was he's putting himself in the right position as a defender, as I talked about earlier, and not really risking anything too much when it isn't necessary. And what I'm talking about is when we're running a 3-2, 2-3, no matter what it is, and he puts himself in the right position, or they're playing man, puts himself in the right position, and that's something I love to see. Compared to last year, post All-Star break, it really just felt like he was just kind of risking it all to go for a steal if he saw a slight opportunity, which isn't great. He still has little bits and pieces, aspects of that, but it seems like he's gotten a lot better, and that has to be attributed to Chris Finch, his scheme, and Pat Bev coming in, telling him what to do, what not to do, and it seems like Pat Bev has had a really big impact on what Ant is doing right now, and he's not going out there when there's a ball that's like, they're passing the ball, and he's just rushing out of his zone. It's not even close to where he's supposed to be to go for a steal, leaving his man wide open for open bucket. He's not doing that anymore, which is great. Obviously, he's done that a few times, but he's gotten a lot better. It happened a lot last year, so I'm super excited to see that grow on his, just throughout his career with the team. And as long as he can create and make a average defender, just be an average defender, I love it. He's already a great offensive player, as I mentioned earlier with his stats. So I'm not even concerned at all about that. So another thing I wanted to bring up here was that he's become a leader in Minnesota, a 20-year-old leader, the leader this team has needed. And he really just talked about on the last against the Pelicans, he was talking about how they need to step up, the stars need to step up. They need to make sure they are coming in playing well, making sure they get their teammates open shots, and making sure they can swing them the ball without much issue. And that's something I'm super glad to hear out of Anthony Edwards is, when we had Andrew Wiggins, he was a solid player and whatever. He got too much money, but he was never that leader. It always felt like Cat was a leader, and Cat isn't even a huge leader, which, no discredit to him. He's a great player and everything, but he doesn't have that leadership value that Ant has, especially right now, or a guy like Pat Bev. And Andrew Wiggins wasn't even close to anything like that. And a lot of people compared Anthony Edwards to Andrew Wiggins coming out of the draft, and I can 100% be safe in saying that it's not even close. Like, they're not even anything alike besides athleticism. Anthony Edwards is open to shooting, contested jump shots, for better or for worse. Andrew Wiggins would do the same thing here and there, but he would miss. The difference is Anthony Edwards can actually make a jump shot, and he has athleticism that Andrew Wiggins had, and that's something I really like to see. If not, he has more athleticism than Andrew Wiggins has. So I really do like Anthony Edwards in that type of, scheme right there for this team. And him being a vocal leader is different than, Cat's like, I'm a leader on the court type of thing. Ant speaking out in press conferences and in, practices and stuff like that, that's completely different than what than Cat does rather. And I'm super excited to see what Ant can do. Like, if he can still create this leadership, overlook that he has right now within the fan base and probably within the locker room. Obviously, I'm not in the locker room, so I couldn't tell you. But if he can continue this, then it's a whole different ballgame. And the ceiling for this team has just raised a ton, because that was a massive question. Who is going to step up and be the leader? And it looks like Ant is going to do that. And last thing I wanted to go over quick, something that kind of mentioned earlier, is that his three-point jump shot and his confidence all around has just improved. Besides his confidence going to the lane and stuff like that, he's always been super confident. He should be confident doing that. Man is an absolute beast, and he's crazy athletic. But his three-point jump shot and his mid-range, his mid-range more or less so, but his three-point shot is definitely coming around, shooting a lot better from three off of the eye test. Stats, I'm not quite sure what the difference is so far, but off of the eye test, his three-point shot looks a lot better, and that's something I'm super excited to see, because if that man can go in and, dunk on someone or finish a tough layup, and then the next drive down when they're playing a drop coverage, if that man can hit a three-point shot in their face, or hit a wide open three-point shot, then what are they going to do? They're going to come up and press, and he's going to be able to, slide right past them, get an open dunk, open lay, quick feed to D'Lo or Cat or one of the players around him. And that's something that's just really going to improve as long as Ant can, work on that three-point jump shot and just consistently improve. I don't expect him to be Steph Curry, but, as we've seen already, that he looks a lot more confident. Whether it's a step-back jump shot reminding me of James Harden, or a wide-open three-pointer reminding me of J.J. Redick, it doesn't matter. That man has improved his three-point jump shot and his confidence shooting all around. But anyway, guys, that's the video for today. I have surgery tomorrow, so depends on what videos and like how well I'm doing. Depends on how many videos I post. So yeah, guys, if you guys did enjoy this video, please remember to like, subscribe. It's been your boy JELSON. We try to post a lot around here. Been pretty busy because I'm having surgery, and yeah, but hopefully uploads should be back to normal once my surgery stuff is done. So yeah, guys, thank you guys for watching. As I said, remember to like, subscribe, share it with your friends if you guys did enjoy. It's been your boy JELSON. Peace out.